What up, people? It's your boy, the host with the most. I do not brag the boast, and I'm coming to you guys live from coast to coast. It's your boy, Chris the Don One, the official place where you can get all your entertainment needs wrapped under a pretty bow. As always, rate, comment, subscribe, share this with a friend, family, as well as a follower. Let's get this YouTube channel lit in the YouTube algorithm, because you guys are all aware of this by now. The YouTube algorithm know of me, but it just doesn't know your boy. Pop a collar for him, okay? So yeah, I originally made this video in the park, and I said to myself, don't you think that you should change your surroundings instead of doing a video in the car or at home? Don't you think you should do it someplace else at a different location? And then the light bulb hit the back of my head, went bing! Yeah, you are right. I should take my talent to the park, okay? AKA the Garden of Eden. I labeled the park the Garden of Eden. I love going to this park. The symmetry in the park is amazing. You know, we're getting a slash autumn type summer vibe at the park. You know, there's a mixture of different colors with the leaves and the textures on the trees and things like that. You got some full-blown green leaves. Then you got those orange, yellow leaves, you know, representing fall. The green leaves represent summer. So you're getting that mixed vibe bag at the park. Okay. So I went to the park, yo. I went there, shot, you know, camera, great. The quality, mwah, all right. Everything looked good. I had a great speech, everything. Okay, take it home. You know, I download it. I'm getting ready to chop it up, editing wise. And then there's one thing that I noticed when I did this video. Everything was perfect except the audio quality. I should have done a mic check 1 2 1 2, mic check 1 2 1 2. I didn't do a mic check 1 2 1 2. I just, I just hit play, started talking. Okay, I spent like 30 minutes at the park, take it home, open up the laptop. I'm thinking I'm gonna get some high quality shots, and everything worked except the audio. You can see me talking, but you could not hear any words coming out of my mouth. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? So you couldn't hear nothing out of me. All right. So I messed that up. I should have known better. But hey, it is what it is. Okay. So we learn from our mistakes, right? We learn from our mistakes. So basically, this is take 2 at home. And the thing I wanted to talk about is taking a chance on yourself. You know, sometimes when you take a chance on yourself, it does not guarantee success. A lot of people don't take chances on themselves because they're not sure that it's going to work out for them. So then a lot of people get stuck in a lot of situations with relationship, school, church, employment. People just go through the motions of whatever lane that they find themselves. You know, sometimes people will stay in a bad marriage or a bad relationship, and then they say to themselves, even though I don't like it here, what's the alternative? Being by yourself? Some people be at work at a company for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. And they constantly complain about their work environment. They constantly complain about people's work ethics. They constantly complain about how the management doesn't respect them. But they say to themselves, well, what's the alternative? Should I quit and have no job? So, yeah, I took a chance on myself. I took a chance on myself. Um, as you know, I used to work at Kroger. And when I felt it was too much, I said to myself, look, it's now or never. Either I do something about my situation or continue to be in a battered emotional state type of situation as far as my workplace. Now, I said to myself, if I don't take a chance on myself now, then when I'm going to take a chance? Probably never. So I said to myself, I felt like there's something out there that's for me. There's something out there that appreciates what I bring to the table. I know for a fact it's not here. I mean, I gave this situation ample amounts of time. I'm still stuck in the same situation. I don't work with countless different people. I'm still stuck in the same situation. So I said to myself, self, you need to start counting on yourself. You need to start to reset your life and start over. And that's what I did. I reset the clock and I started over. I said, obviously, there's there's something out there that's a lot better than where I find myself right today. So I said to myself, I'm gonna take a chance on myself. I'm gonna take a shot on myself because no one else isn't coming to save me, and no one else is giving up their opportunity or giving up their one shot on me. So I need to take the initiative and take a shot on myself. And that I did. Like I said, a lot of people, the one thing I was sort of scared of is, I'm constantly watching news. And news paints a bad picture of the job market and how hard it is to find a job. You read these articles of people just constantly putting in applications and not even getting a date on an interview. So I'm saying to myself, if the job market, the way how news is describing it, it's a cold, vicious game. And are you willing to wait months, possibly years, to get you a job? I will say this. For anyone out there that wants to quit their profession, wants to quit their career or their job, I will say this one thing. Make sure you have something lined up that you can go to. Because it's more easier that way than to just simply quit and now you're out there trying to find a job. So before you quit your job, make sure you have a couple of places lined up. At least wait until you get the interview. Hell, wait until they actually start training you. And if you can, just work at both places until your probationary period is up at your new location, or when you starting to like this new place. Because like I said, sometimes a lot of people some people jump out of the frying pan into the fire. You're getting burned either way. It just one way is is cooking you it's cooking you slowly. With the fire, you just cook permanently. Okay, but yeah, make sure you have something to jump to. Now, with what I went through, I had enough of this place. I believed in myself, knowing that I was going to find a job. I was going to find a job. I was so sick of this place. I was willing to take anything. And when I quit there, you know, I was on vacation. And you can go check out the video for yourself. I heard a lot of rumors about my future in this in a department, and I thought it was kind of foul how my store manager did me and how they relayed this information to me, because they didn't even relay the information. I had to go to them, and then they finally said something. See, if I didn't knew anything, I would have came back from vacation, and the changes would have been already made. So I said to myself, look, that's how you treat somebody that's been there through thick and thin. When you wanted someone to stay over, I was that guy. When you wanted someone to come on their day off, I was that guy. Hell, when I was on vacation, you didn't have nobody. You called me. I was that guy. Okay, and now you're just gonna just do me like that. So, I said to myself, yeah, I done had enough of this. Enough of this. I'm willing to go. So I was on vacation. I was halfway through my vacation because I spent half of my vacation trying to see, can I, can is this salvable? Can we work this out? Couldn't work this out. So I asked so I went on an interview at this job, and they said they were very interested in me. They was willing to hire me. The only issue is I had to wait for my interview, and that could possibly, I had to wait on my background check and wait on the interview, possibly take maybe 7 to 10 days. So I said to myself, I'm like 3 days away from coming back from vacation. So I said to myself, play the game, do them like they did you. So I called my boss and I said, hey, I was wondering, can I extend my vacation? Something came up. I didn't get an opportunity to really enjoy my vacation because I was trying to work things out. And, he was picking up what I was dropping. And he didn't know that I was waiting on this job. So he said, okay. So I took another 7 days. And during that other 7 days, background check came back, and I got an interview, and I had to wait another week to finally get trained, because the lady who was going to do the interview and the lady that was going to train me, she was out. But I got the job, so I'm happy. Got the job. Finally got some. I kind of digging this job. I like this job. I always wanted to work here, but I was so loyal to the soil at my old job. I said to myself, why work over there? You know what I'm saying? So I got the opportunity. I got the job. Okay. So, second week of vacation. Dilemma. I'm saying to myself, should I, go back, come back from my second vacation, just work a couple of days and then, quit, or go come back from vacation, put in my 2 weeks notice, and tell them I found me another place of employment. I felt like, yeah, I should when I come back from vacation, I should put my 2 week notice in. Those last 2 days, you start thinking, you start reminiscing on all the times they wasn't courteous to you. And it doesn't take that long till you realize that, hey, they wasn't courteous to you on a lot of things. So why are you trying to be courteous to them? I'm the type of person is whatever energy you give me, I'm going to match it, but also match it tenfold. You treat me right, I'm going to treat you right. You disrespect me, I'm going to disrespect you. Now, I'm not going to disrespect you to the point of calling you outside your name or your kids or talk about your kids or anything like that. Whatever energy you give me, I'm going to give you the same type of energy. Okay? So I said to myself, should you go back to work? When you go back, hand them your 2 weeks notice, and then, or just quit on them. And I was thinking to myself, okay, if I give them a 2 weeks notice, it's going to be like 2 weeks of them trying to make my life the most miserable 2 weeks in my life. I was really thinking that way. I was going like, should I really set myself up like that? And I said, you know what? I'm not going back. So I got my last employment check. I got my first week vacation. Then I got my second week of vacation. So I'm at my job. Everything's hunky-dory. I'm loving them. They loving me. They treating me with respect. I'm treating them with respect. And I said to myself, you know what? Let me see how life is on the other side of town. Because I've been on that other side of town for so long that I'm a visitor now. So I'm hollering at one of my friends that used to still works at that place. I'm telling them I'm saying, hey, so what's going on since I've been gone? And, they said, oh, a whole lot of things going on. They done cut overtime. They done chewed him out. I'm going like, wow, they gave him somebody. He's not too happy with this guy. Like, wow, he wanted to put him over there. And I said to myself, I don't like the situation that they put me in. So, hey, I'm thinking to myself, if I was your best worker, why you didn't fight for me? And see, to me, people are trying to survive. At first, I had an issue with him not, standing up for me. But, when you are away from somebody, particularly for like 3 to 4 months, you start to understand the mechanism of what they was going through. They were probably going to a point of, hey, you know what? I'm just going to roll with it. I don't want to ruffle no feathers. Okay? And that's how I chopped it up to be. So I'm noticing life ain't good over there. Life is not good on the other side of town. The same guy that would, make my life a living hell, they got him working all types of hours of the night. You know what I'm saying? Now he's feeling a little heat and the possibility of him losing his position. But you know what? I could go in there and laugh at that, but what's the point? I'm no longer there. I mean, at this point, I'm living my life. I'm happy where I'm at. Is it always roses at my new workplace? No, it's not always roses. Is it always bad at my new workplace? No, it's not always bad at my new workplace. But am I getting an opportunity to do something I love and the possibility of doing more of that plus a promotion? I mean, yeah. I've been offered 2 different positions. I've only been there for like 4 months. I've been offered 2 different positions. The leads think very highly of me. Management thinks very highly of me. Granted, been there for 4 months. I get all that. But no one can't say a bad thing about me. Never missed a day of work. I never called out. I'm reliable. I'm dependable. My store manager looked at me and said, I don't even know why they gave up so fast on you. Me too. But hey, that's their situation. This is my situation. That's their chapter. That's their story. This is my story. I'm living my story. And I'm loving every minute of it. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about that's what I wanted to talk about in the park. Fortunately, that footage got corrupted. But hey, it's all good in the hood. Guys, tell me what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe, share this with a friend, family, as well as a follower. Let's get this YouTube channel lit in the YouTube algorithm. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Deuces.